Rick has been around the block when it comes to romantic life.
Dad fucks all the time. He fucks things we can't even comprehend.
From humans to entire planets.
So what, you just go around knocking up planets now? Is that what you do when I'm in school? I'm a scientist, Morty. I try things.
We saw quite a few romantic interests on the show across the 8 seasons. So, in this video, we are going over both every loved and every hated love interest has had in the entire show, starting with...
That's my wife from the day I lost her.
This was where Rick's whole anti-hero arc began. Diane was the love of Rick's life, and weirdly enough, the only human on this list. Kinky man. He had a great life with her and his daughter Beth.
Come on, girls, the ice cream's gonna melt.
He spent his days inventing and his evenings with his little family. What more could he want?
I just took a long look at myself, and I don't think this science thing is gonna pay off.
Well, why don't I get Beth and we'll go out for ice cream?
That, Diane, is the last great idea that will ever be had in this garage.
But then Rick Prime walked into his garage offering him portal tech. Rick turns him down, and oh boy, does he live to regret it. Prime blows up his house, not only killing his family, but also wiping Diane from every single universe out there.
Diane was wiped from all existence by the weapon too cool for a name.
The Omega device.
Known to inferiors as the Omega device.
I've always wondered, though, if Diane was wiped from existence, shouldn't Beth also be wiped out? Because if Diane doesn't exist at all, then how the hell does their daughter?
We're gonna have so much fun together, sweetie.
Yay!
Rick never got over the death of Diane. He was unable to really love anyone else the same way, and just aimlessly roamed the multiverse.
Your grandfather is indeed in very deep pain. That is why he must numb himself.
Even though she doesn't exist anymore, we saw her a few times, like in the final episode of Season 7, Fear No Mort, when Morty jumped into the fear hole, a hole that manifests your greatest fears.
Rick? What the fuck, Grandpa? Say something!
Okay, we're clearly still in the hole.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
He never left the hole?
Morty sees Rick and Diane reunite and be happy. They hung out together, did some shooting practice, and looked back on the good old days.
Tell you what, old man, seems like losing me made you cooler. I should die more often.
Rick was really happy with her. It was almost like he was a different person. Morty manifested this in the hole because he was afraid that if Rick ever found Diane again, he wouldn't need Morty anymore and would kind of replace him, which is exactly what was happening.
Thank you for visiting the fear hole, Morty. Your fear of relying on Rick has been delicious.
Dear God!
Once he overcame his fear, Rick left Diane behind and followed him out of the hole. I think this episode laid the groundwork for this season 8 finale, when we saw her probably for the last time ever. Rick wiped his memories of her and tried moving on and finding love with Bugan.
I know, you can't get close because of your wife who died 40 years ago, I know. This isn't that, it's a barbecue with my parents.
You don't want to get any closer than this. I'll just find something I don't like about you or get bored.
At this point, the memories and the pain of her loss were just a comfort for Rick, more than anything else. He's used to his misery, and it's pretty hard to get out of that, especially after spending decades like that.
Hey, Rick! Need me for any adventures?
Huh?
After learning the Omega device left only fragments, he chooses to delete his last memory of Diane to be more emotionally open. Meanwhile, Memory Rick,
You piece of shit! You ruined Jerry's brain! He likes me now, it's awful!
Fuck you, man!
who had been living in Jerry's head, manipulates Jerry's memories and after being caught, jumps to Beth's mind to instead rebuild a memory Diane, sending Beth into crisis.
I can't live without you!
Honey, please!
This is how we stay a family!
At the end of the episode, Rick owns his failures as a father and calms her, before sedating her to stop her mind from being destroyed.
Wait, what's he doing with his hand? He's distracting her! That piece of shit!
But instead of killing Memory Rick and Memory Diane, Rick builds a sealed ant farm-style habitat and ejects it into deep space, so they can exist together far from the family.
Thank you for keeping me alive this long, Rick.
Yeah. Goodbye, Memory Diane.
Or at least there's one place they could be together. But whether by choice or not, Rick has been forced to move on. I'm excited to see what Season 9 will bring. On the opposite end of the spectrum, though, here is one that we all just hated. When Summer broke up with her boyfriend, Rick had a weird way of cheering her up.
What if I told you that your grandpa Rick's got something up his sleeve that's so ridiculous that it's gonna make you forget all about that stupid asshole that dumped you?
He took her partying across 3 planets that were about to go through a literal apocalypse, as in straight-up world-ending natural disasters, namely Morgluts, Slartivad, and Fergus 9.
And I'm gonna drug it up and suck it up before each one goes kablamo, and I'm taking my favorite grandkid along with me.
It's an intergalactic bar crawl. On their way to the first planet, Rick laid down a couple of rules to keep the adventure light and carefree.
No whining,
Done.
no crying,
As if.
and absolutely positively no getting attached.
Sure, Rick. We'll see about that. While they're living it up on Morgluts, Rick met Daphne. She had pink hair, blue skin, and eyes on antennas coming out of her head.
Hello.
I'm Rick. Hey, so the world's ending, and for some reason I want to die with you more than anyone else.
Hello.
Grandpa Rick, no commitment!
I guess he's into that because he went up to her and used the same pickup line he used on the last Alien.
The world's ending, and for some reason I want to die with you more than anyone else.
She literally had him at hello, and so he ignored his own rules and took Daphne with him to the second planet.
And absolutely positively no getting attached.
Let's be realistic here. Rick met her on an apocalypse party. It's supposed to be a night of mindless fun for him and Summer. We all knew this was a short-lived crush, and it would wear off as soon as Rick is somewhat sober again.
Hello. Got any agua around here? Mama's gotta hydrate.
Glove box.
Oh, yeah.
But Summer is pissed. Driving while your grandpa hooked up with an alien in the back could not be easy. She told Daphne that Rick's going to be done with her soon, but then Daphne pulled out her elbows and showed us why she had Rick wrapped around her finger.
Not if I keep Rick's mouth full of these.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's right, girlfriend. This is what you're up against.
When they reached their final stop, Summer got into the spaceship and shot a blast at the asteroid that was just about to wipe out the planet. She cancelled their apocalypse just because she knew the whole time that Daphne was just using Rick. And she wasn't all that into him and just pretended like she was so he'd take her along. And she wouldn't die with the rest of the Morglutzians, and Rick was her ticket out of there.
I don't know what you're getting at, Summer. Obviously, Daphne wants to... Oh, you cold bitch. Hello?
Goodbye.
She was doing it for her own survival, and honestly, it took Rick way too long to see that. At least Bugan had good intentions. At the end of Season 8, Rick was hooking up with Bugan, an alien member of the Defiance. She's actually an old friend.
Congratulations. The Defiance owes you to a debt of gratitude.
She's a cute insect humanoid with green hair and grasshopper legs, and a British accent that's weirdly charming.
Hey, BA, you need a coffee?
I could do with a tea.
Absolutely no biases from me there. The two had been hooking up.
Yeah. This has been fun.
But as usual, Rick had his guard up. But then Bugan made a big move.
My family hosts this whole dumb ceremonial tournament, and you'd make it tolerable.
Yeah.
She invited him to a ceremonial tournament being hosted by her family, and Rick did something I never ever thought he'd do.
Hi, Bugan.
Sorry for crashing breakfast. Rick called me and said, weird pitch, but then his pitch was just going to the thing I invited him to.
Not exactly typical dad behavior.
He actually tried rather than just being distant as always. That's not something he does with his hookups. Usually he's portaled out the window before they even wake up. So he made the difficult decision and wiped all his memories with Diane.
I know, you can't get close because of your wife who died 40 years ago, I know.
There was no other way he'd have a real shot with Bugan. He then went to the tournament where he met her parents.
Mum, Dad, this is Rick. He's that friend from my early revolutionary days.
The monkey man.
When they asked him how they knew each other, Rick casually told them they've been hooking up for a few months.
You've known my daughter a long time, eh?
I have, though Bugan and I have only been hooking up for a few months.
What?
They sent him into a duel with Bugan's ex, Jackpoo, because he violated their mating rituals.
Why did you say that?
I was opening up. I didn't know your species had ritualistic honor-based duels over premarital sex.
Premarital sex in their culture was a big no-no. Bugan was really annoyed. He's been seeing her for a while and didn't know something so basic about her culture. That's a major red flag.
You're a genius and you looked up nothing about my culture?
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, this was his excuse.
I took my wife out of my head. I'm going through a lot.
But mid-duel, he got annoyed with fighting Jackpoo because Bugan asked Rick not to kill him. The only other way the duel would have ended was if one of them had accepted defeat.
This is what happens when you listen to people. You end up in a fighting pit with an ex-boyfriend you're not allowed to kill.
I'm not really surprised though. Jackpoo wasn't going to stop trying to win, and Rick would rather die than accept defeat. Rick ran out of patience and gave up. To piss him off further, Jackpoo told him that Diane's not the problem.
It doesn't seem like your dead wife was the problem.
Oh yeah? So we're all in agreement. Guess I'll just go undo it then.
Out of spite, Rick pulled out his portal gun and went home to bring her memory back, which he failed to do. All he found were corrupted and broken memories, and he decided to finally delete them and move on.
Listen up, you little activist. This is as good as you're gonna get. Ant farm brain in a patch of empty space.
Then he texts Bugan, but she doesn't reply, leaving him on red. Either it's over, or we'll see her again in Season 9, because it's not an outright no. But still, after watching Rick's patterns throughout the 8 seasons, chances are it's all over. Honestly, I felt pretty bad for her. She looked like she genuinely liked Rick and could see their relationship going somewhere. They'd been on missions together in the past and were friends way before they got together. It actually looked like just the type of thing Rick needed. Now for the time Rick stole Jerry's girl. Kiara was a warrior priestess from the planet Krootabulon, who dated Jerry for a bit.
Morty, Summer, this is Kiara. She's a Krootabulon warrior priestess from Krootabulon.
She was a rebound for Jerry after he and Beth divorced. They met through an alien dating service, which, ironically, was actually Rick's idea.
Kiara and I met on that interstellar dating service Rick was always suggesting when your mom and I were together, and things just kind of clicked.
She's way taller than Jerry, more muscular too, with a long head, blue skin, 3 breasts, and 2 other things Jerry hints at.
I'm sure you noticed what she has 3 of, but guess what she has 2 of?
I'm surprised Jerry could manage even 1, let alone 2. Morty and Summer quickly figured out that he was just doing this to show Beth and had no idea what he'd gotten himself into by entering a Krootabulon soul bond with her.
Dad, do you understand how serious Krootabulon soul bonding is?
Gee, Morty, I don't know. It's got such a casual name. If you want to lecture anyone about commitment, start with your mom.
Apparently, those guys took their soul bonds very seriously. And here's Jerry treating it like any other situationship.
Dad, you need to slow down. Rethink this soul bond.
Why don't you just say what you really mean? You think it's cool that having sex with her gives me telekinesis, and you recognize she's got a hot bod like Chitara in Thundercats.
Morty and Summer explained to him that he needed to end things with her. He took their advice, but he was such a coward he blamed Morty and Summer for their breakup, saying they were racists who didn't approve of their relationship.
After all the time and energy I spent teaching you two about race, you ended up racist.
Kiara, understandably, got really mad, and maybe less understandably, tried to kill Morty and Summer. But you know what? I can't really blame her. To stop her from killing his children, Jerry had no choice but to come clean and tell her he's the one who wants out of their relationship, and he only got into it to date someone cool so Beth would see it.
I was excited to date someone cool because it would make my ex notice me.
In the middle of her self-righteous rant, her ex showed up and we found out that she too had been using Jerry as a rebound the whole time.
Kiara?
Trandor.
What are you doing here?
Earth was where he hunted, that's why she chose a human from the dating service.
Do you really expect me to believe it has nothing to do with us? You knew Earth was my domain.
I don't like what you're insinuating.
Then what was the point of all that soul bond stuff, by the way?
Do you understand how serious Krootabulon soul bonding is?
Gee, Morty, I don't know.
She was ready to kill Morty and Summer, all so she and Jerry could be together.
Children must be destroyed so that we can be together.
More importantly, out of all the people on Earth she could use as a rebound, why was it Jerry?
Thank you, sweetie.
In the episode's post-credits scene, we heard the messages left on Jerry's answering machine.
Hey, Jerry, it's Kiara.
Kiara had a new boyfriend already.
Listen, my boyfriend saw those texts you've been sending me, and he got pretty pissed off. If he
tells you, just ignore him.
I guess she didn't get back with her ex, and dating Jerry was all for nothing. The new boyfriend was coming to kill Jerry because he saw some racy text between him and Kiara.
This is Carmox. I have intercepted sexual communications between you and my new girlfriend, Kiara. I am coming to kill you now!
Then a message left by Rick told us that Rick had killed the new boyfriend already and hooked up with Kiara?
Yo, Jerry, it's the Big R. I killed that alien that was coming after you. Looking out for you, buddy. Hey, Jerry, it's Rick. Don't be mad. I fucked your ex-girlfriend, Kiara.
Who are you talking to, Rick?
Doesn't matter.
I can see has a type. Daphne had the elbows, and Kiara's got 3 of them, and they're both aliens. But next up, we have an animal-human hybrid. Rick also got it on with Princess Poneta. She was the Chud King's daughter and was voiced by the iconic Christina Ricci.
Chuds don't forgive humans. Chuds eat humans.
You know, Chuds, the underground horse people. Princess Poneta's a half-horse, half-human anthropomorph. She stood on 2 legs, had long Rapunzel-like hair, and happened to be way taller and bigger than Rick. But he didn't seem to mind.
Prove it. Oh, I love kissing those big old horse teeth.
In fact, kind of the opposite. In the episode Rick Dependent Spray, Rick, Morty, and Summer were about to be executed by the Chuds because Rick slept with her.
You slept with my daughter!
Something he didn't even remember until they reminded him.
I did? Oh shit, I did.
Damn, he really got around, didn't he? She really loved Rick and didn't want him to die.
Poneta!
You can't kill Rico. I love him.
So she helped him and his grandkids escape their death sentence. Before they could be executed, she stepped in and revealed she's pregnant with Rick's baby.
Rico is the father of my child.
I have an heir.
Yep, that totally did the trick. They couldn't kill him anymore. She not only saved Rick, but also convinced her dad to send the Chuds to fight the sperm monsters gone haywire on Earth.
Rico, the hoofless, they need us.
Let's do this. Chuddly duddly ho ho ho!
Chuddly duddly ho ho ho!
Their army teamed up with the government and they successfully defeated the sperm monsters. Rick was really feeling her. He literally said he's ready to settle down and be an honest man.
It's time someone made an honest man out of me. Whatever you need, the whole 9 yards, you got it.
Never thought I'd hear him say those words. Then she gave birth to a baby foal with blue hair, just like Rick's.
Time! Oh my god, it's wonderful!
No DNA test needed. I cannot think of a time when Rick looked at anyone else that lovingly. Maybe in another universe where Chuds aren't so self-sufficient, he ends up with her and gives up his life of universe hopping and crime fighting.
They're ready to go right out of the box.
Cool, cool. So, bye?
Yep, take care of yourself, Rick.
At least he won't be changing diapers anytime soon.
That was easy.
She's low maintenance, stopped Rick from being executed, and sent help to Earth when it was needed. What's not to love? Now for another alien love interest. It was like any other day for Rick. He was spending some quality time with his grandkids, traveling in space, and listening to some tunes together.
We love connection and experience.
Then suddenly, he received a distress signal from a ship. But instead of going there to help, he decided to loot everything himself.
The first rule of space travel, kids, is always check out distress beacons. 9 out of 10 times, it's a ship full of dead aliens and a bunch of free shit.
Whoa!
1 out of 10 times, it's a deadly trap, but I'm ready to roll those dice.
Classic Rick. But when he got there and talked to the surviving crew members, they told him that their planet had been taken over by a hive-mind.
Our planet was taken over by some kind of entity. It absorbed the minds of our people.
The hive-mind then attacked and overtook them too, but it wasn't anything to be scared of because she knew Rick.
Hello, Rick. Long time no see.
Unity?
Grandpa?
She was actually Rick's ex, Unity, the hive-mind. It had the power to take over populations and shift between all the people in it. She and Rick got back together and their romance lasted approximately 1 episode, as usual.
Maybe it's part of getting old. Maybe I just missed being with a collective.
Morty, Summer, and Rick went with her to the planet she took over, and she told them all about how she took over, unified the people, and improved everyone's life.
I have transformed life here into a paradise. Prostitutes are now scientists. The homeless are now philosophers.
But in return, there was just one tiny little catch.
You're under the spell of an evil monster!
I can hear you.
Everyone had to sacrifice their free will. Rick and Unity wasted no time picking up things where they left them.
I need a hang glider and a crotchless Uncle Sam costume. And I want the entire field of your largest stadium covered end to end with naked redheads.
They had a blast, indulged in interplanetary parties, and took loads of illicit substances. But then another hive-mind joined in, Beta 7.
Unity? Is it a bad time?
And left behind some materials that Rick used to make fractal dust, some sort of recreational drug.
Oh, snap! Powdered neutronium and Fetatron? You know what I can make with this stuff?
While trying to impress Rick, Unity ingested a lot of the stuff, more than they probably should have, and this made her control of her citizens weak.
Whoa, that's not what I meant!
It's okay. It's okay. I evacuated the town. Look.
Hey, right here.
Many of them broke free from her control, and next thing you know, a race war erupted, putting Morty and Summer in a lot of danger.
And as you can see from my flat concentric nipple rings, I'm a member of this planet's top race.
Okay, that's good.
Even though nothing happened to them, they were officially done with all of this and just wanted to go home.
Grandpa, we need to go home now.
Fine, sheesh. See ya.
They wanted Rick to come with them, seeing that it was officially time to call it quits here, but he wanted to stay with her and continue partying. But Unity didn't feel the same way.
Rick, is there a way for you to call Summer and Morty? I feel bad that they...
Screw those guys.
She literally ghosted him in real life. The entire planet went empty. There wasn't a single person around anymore, but she left several notes behind telling him that she had to do this because Rick brought out the worst in her, even though she loved him.
But I know how it goes with us. I lose who I am and become part of you. Because in a strange way, you're better at what I do without even trying. Yours. And nobody else's. Unity.
Man, that's gotta sting. But it was hard to argue with that point. From that one episode alone, we could see that she cared about him a lot, but their personalities just did not mesh well. I get that, but she could have at least had a conversation with him face to face. This was a brutal way to break up. We had no idea Rick cared this much about her until after the breakup, when he went home and cried in his lab and tried to kill himself. Only failing because he was too drunk to keep his head up while the ray went off. I thought Rick was just having a good time, as always, but I guess he really loved her. He didn't seem nearly as broken over anyone else on this list except Diane. In the post-credits scene, Rick tried to win her back.
Unity! Unity! Unity!
He took Morty to Beta 7's ship, where she had been staying, and yelled at Beta 7, telling him to back off.
I know your game, Beta 7. I've met a billion of you, you little on-deck, in-the-wing shoulder to cry on.
You are classified as a hostile entity.
But he didn't budge, and it was obvious that Unity had put him forward because she really didn't want to see Rick, who wanted closure so badly. At least Balthromaw stood by him to the end. Morty had been bugging Rick to get him a dragon for a really long time.
Dad, did you promise Morty a dragon?
So Rick finally gave in and got him one. But having a dragon isn't exactly the same as getting a dog or a cat as a pet. When the wizard came to drop him off, a soul bond was created between Morty and the creature.
Hereby bind this noble serpent and rider at the soul.
Apparently that's just how it's done. Even though the wizard soul bonded the two, it seemed he didn't really like Morty all that much. He spent all his time sleeping in his lair with the treasure he'd hoarded, and was really annoyed when Morty wanted to do stuff together.
Okay, split the diff, 20-minute nap, and soar through the sky?
As you command.
Just dragon things, I guess. Dragons have a habit of breathing fire sometimes when they're sleeping, which Rick learned the hard way when he was almost killed by it.
Holy shit, look!
I love you, ass.
I love you, Brenner.
No.
Shh!
That was the end of it. He was officially over Morty's whole dragon thing and went to kill the creature. But quickly changed his mind after Rick saw its cool collection of loot.
I could spend all night down here.
Do you indulge in volcanic fumes?
Is it gonna fuck up my brain?
No.
I'll do it anyway.
So he let Balthromaw live and started bonding with him instead. Balthromaw also liked Rick way more than Morty, and thus the two became besties and went on an adventure to the zoo. Balthromaw pulled a lion out of his cage and blew smoke on it, getting him high. They sure knew how to raise hell. But this isn't exactly of two bros
Oh God! My soul! Oh yeah! I'm a dragon!
Yeah, that's definitely sexual. Come on, Rick, you got him for Morty, and then you're sleeping with your grandson's pet.
What the fuck?
Dragon soul bond? You know what? I'm not gonna get into it. Either way, Balthromaw was pretty cool. He slept on a ginormous pile of all the cool things he collected, breathed fire, and talked like he'd come straight out of an old-time medieval tale, with knights and fair maidens on the way just behind him.
What's the saying? Orcs work to live, dwarves live to work.
Rick just couldn't help himself. Morty was pretty unhappy, considering the dragon was supposed to be for him, and now it's hanging out with his grandpa doing some, soul bonding. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. He went to the wizard to complain, telling him that Balthromaw and Rick were even soul bonded, as I was just saying. The wizard got really mad at hearing this and whipped Balthromaw, calling him a slut.
You slut dragon! You slut!
Chill out, dude.
Okay, that's slut!
I'm not sure if this is a reference to the strain of weed with the same name or if he's actually shaming him for doing it with Rick. Probably both. Later, Rick and Morty teamed up with the other dragons to defeat the kink-shaming wizard and free the dragons he was ruling. They had a soul orgy with Summer too.
Thank you, strangers.
Well, it's your world now. Have fun with empowerment. It seems to make everyone that gets it really happy.
But in the end, Balthromaw had to leave. Morty was kinda done with how sexual dragons were, and Rick really didn't want to hang out with him.
Also, I told you not to get a dragon, Morty. This is your fault. Fuck you. Worst adventure ever.
Worst adventure ever.
In the post-credit scene, we saw the dragon dragging his treasure on the street when a man stopped and offered him money in exchange for sex.
Let's help each other, huh? $50.
Slut!
He trashed the guy's car and drove him away. Maybe doing it with dragons was a popular choice in the Rick and Morty universe. Who knows? If you thought that one was crazy, wait till you hear about the time Rick does it with a planet. Yeah. When Rick got a call from someone he had hooked up with about a possible pregnancy, we knew we were gonna get some weird stuff. But a whole planet? That's just next level. She called him while he was on a trip with his family and told him she was pregnant.
Give it back, Summer!
Rick, please answer me. I'm pregnant. Oh my god, Grandpa, you fuckboy.
Rick totally caught off guard here and wanted to blow her off, but his family insisted on him stepping up.
I am not letting you abandon those kids like you abandoned me.
Oh my god.
When he and Beth got there, they discovered that Rick hadn't fathered a child, but a whole civilization. Throughout the whole episode, we never got to put a face to her, we only heard her voice.
Rick, you came.
Where is she?
You're looking at her.
I don't understand.
Isn't it obvious, Morty? I fucked a planet.
That said, her land, earth, surface, body, you know, whatever the makeup of a planet is, all of that resembled Earth a lot. It was also breathable and had a lot of plant life. Rick and Beth stayed on the planet and set up a whole social system for Rick and Gaia's kids.
Okay, the therapists are getting bored. We need to increase their supply of incest porn.
20% wasn't enough?
They did a pretty good job, actually, but then a cloud appeared, and he's super pissed off.
Stop acting like you did a good job. You made my kids soft and empty inside.
That cloud was Reggie, and Reggie was claiming the children are his, and demanding Rick and Beth leave.
Maybe we should just bail, Dad. At least this guy is immortal and can stick around.
Bullshit, they're my kids. We're staying.
Rick didn't want to just leave. He put all that effort into making things run smoothly and wasn't going to take orders from anyone. Then Gaia came clean to Rick that she wasn't actually sure who the father of her kids was.
Rick, the kids. I messed up. You're not their father.
How does she not know who the real dad is? Come on, this isn't reality TV. Rick and Reggie both wanted to lay claim to the children, so they ended up in a fight. It looked like Reggie was about to win. He literally grew to 100 times Rick's size. But then Morty and Summer saved the day by ramming a spaceship they randomly found straight into him from behind. I don't think Rick could have managed Reggie on his own.
You kids are my fucking heroes. You saved Grandpa's life. I fucking love you so much.
Then Gaia got really mad that they killed Reggie because he's so big that when his body fell down, a bunch of her children died. But to be honest, what was Rick supposed to do? The guy was practically begging for a fight, and he was annoying as hell too. Gaia decides she wants none of his help anymore and chases them away with molten lava.
Okay, yeah, she's pissed.
I mean, you killed her slam piece, Grandpa. I don't blame her.
Little extreme, that. Also, no, none of us know exactly how Rick managed this whole becoming the father to a whole civilization with a planet thing in the first place. It's just one of those Rick and Morty things where you don't look under the bed. Don't worry about the logistics. Don't worry about it at all. Just like whatever's going on with Rick and Mr. Nimbus. Okay, I kept this one for last because it's not a sure thing, but I feel like something's up. It's no secret that Rick will do it with anyone or anything that catches his eye.
I was watching over your shoulder for a full minute.
So I was watching because it's funny. They're planets, but they're sexy. It's a comedic premise.
His dynamic with Mr. Nimbus was always kind of questionable. We first saw Mr. Nimbus in the episode Mort Dinner Rick Andre, when Morty crashes the spaceship into the ocean.
Oh shit, holy shit. We have to go right fucking now. You touched the ocean, Morty.
Rick was really stressed out when he found out about this, which is so not like him. We've never seen Rick scared of anyone or anything, but this was different.
Sorry? Who is that?
My nemesis.
What?
My fucking nemesis, okay?
When Mr. Nimbus arrives, he's not the scary ocean monster I was expecting to see.
Is that Mr. Nimbus?
He was cool as all hell, with his slick black hair, fish-like tattoos all over him, and somehow he even managed to make that ridiculous orange Speedo look cool.
Your fortress is a salty waste of coral and clam. Relinquish it at once.
He's not just the king of the ocean, he also controls the police.
Fight. Fuck.
He can make them arrest someone or hook up with each other. Pretty random power, we know. When he arrived, he offered Beth and Jerry a threesome.
Oh.
Ooh.
By the looks of it, this was pretty normal behavior for him, and he did it to a lot of people. So much that his assistant knew the protocol by now. They all got a gift basket, so we know he gets around.
I take it you're a sex-positive couple?
Oh yeah, very much so.
We watch porn together.
Great, I'll mark you down as eligible for a three-way. Here's all the information you'll need.
During the episode's post-credits scene, where he saw that Beth and Jerry actually went through with it, they showed up in an apartment where Mr. Nimbus was staying. He overheard them both reconsidering and opened the door.
Please don't tell Rick.
He wouldn't understand.
Yes, he would.
It's not just me. A lot of other fans are convinced this means Rick and Nimbus hooked up, which is why he wouldn't find it weird. But wouldn't it be even weirder if that was the case? Rick's pretty sex positive, but sharing someone with his daughter and son-in-law? Then again, he did share a dragon with Morty, so you know what? Who knows? Then there's that little scene in Season 8's opening montage. The one where Mr. Nimbus is standing next to Rick with one hand on his butt. Other stuff in the opening credits has happened on the show, so it's totally possible, and I, for one, would love it if that was the case. And that concludes my list. Which of these love interests do you think Rick should end up with, and why? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Since you're here, why not drop a like and subscribe to my channel too, or else the chuds will take over.